各位香港市民，第六屆香港特別行政區行政長官選舉剛剛公布咗結果，我好榮幸成功當選。我感謝選委們嘅投票支持，使我喺呢個重要嘅新崗位上邊更好服務國家、服務香港、服務市民。我將忠誠地、堅毅地承擔呢一個歷史嘅使命，肩負呢一個重大嘅責任，團結同埋帶領740萬嘅香港居民，同為香港開新篇。呢一次行政長官選舉因為疫情而押後，雖然縮短咗競選嘅時間，但係喺短短1個月裏邊，我除咗籌備選舉，仍然係找緊每一個機會去接觸選舉委員會嘅委員，接觸各界嘅代表，接觸市民，喺每一場對話，喺每一次探訪，以及市民透過實體寫信俾我，或者喺網上留言，發俾我幾萬條回應同埋意見，都加深咗我對社會各界、對各階層嘅了解，令我更加明白大家係幾咁深愛香港呢個國家，係面對住一啲乜嘢嘅問題，同埋係希望政府做多啲事。呢一次選舉帶俾我好多體驗同埋感受，令我感動同埋鼓勵。我懷住激動嘅心情，衷心感謝選委們嘅信任，競選顧問團同埋主席團嘅鼓勵，更加感謝社會各界同埋市民嘅支持。你哋嘅每一句加油，每一份問候，都帶俾我莫大嘅力量同埋信心。喺呢度，我要感謝眾多傳媒同埋記者，你嘅辛勞奔波。你哋亦都曾經喺一日裏邊同我跑10場。我亦都非常感謝我競選辦嘅同事同埋義工，日以繼夜咁勤奮工作。呢一段珍貴嘅經歷，我會終身難忘。香港回歸祖國25週年，我哋必須堅持全面準確落實一國兩制、港人治港、高度自治嘅方針。未來5年，香港進入由治及興嘅關鍵時刻，既充滿機遇，亦都充滿挑戰。第6屆行政長官需要向中央人民政府負責，亦都需要向香港特區負責。我會堅定咁承擔呢一個重大嘅責任，敢於擔當，把握機遇，發揮所長，克服困難，引領大家向前邁進。我會堅定維護憲法同埋基本法確立嘅憲制地位，守住法治嘅核心價值，堅持底線思維，抵禦來自內外嘅威脅同埋破壞，保障香港社會大局穩定，維護國家主權、安全同埋發展利益。我提倡以結果為目標，以變革嘅思維，建立一個更有承擔、更具團隊精神、更能夠解決問題嘅政府。我會致力提升執行嘅效能同埋管治能力，實現更好嘅施政效率同埋成果。政府施政必須以解決市民嘅問題為首位。喺在任期間，我會以變革精神， 重點克服同埋解決最迫切、最關注嘅問題，包括土地房屋供應方面，要精簡程序、多管齊下、提速、提效同埋提量，要有力嘅措施去優化醫療嘅護理系統，多措並舉，創造青年嘅上流機遇，加快實施規劃建設關愛社會，讓廣大市民得益。發展係解決好多問題嘅關鍵，我哋必須加快發展，增強緊迫感同埋主動性。新一屆政府要利用好一國兩制嘅制度優勢，全面融入國家發展大局，深度參與大灣區建設，搭上經濟發展嘅快車。同時，鞏固香港國際大都會嘅特質，發揮香港自由開放、聯通世界嘅優勢，營造更美好嘅投資環境，強化香港連接世界同埋內地最直接嘅橋梁作用，全面提升競爭力。我上任之後，會全力推進落實政綱嘅工作，亦都會保持同不同人士、社會各界溝通聯繫，積極推展其他方面嘅施政工作，以成果取信於民。我會馬上啟動組建新一屆政府嘅班子嘅工作，廣納賢能，用人唯才，招攬有經驗、有能力、熱誠服務社會嘅人士加入管治團隊。我多次提出喺愛國者治港嘅原則之下，新一屆政府會同立法會進行探討，加強良性互動，使行政立法機關多商議、多協作，共同解決社會問題。長期以嚟，困擾香港嘅不同問題，好多唔係冇解決嘅方案，而係落實嘅成績未符合市民嘅預期。新一屆政府會以行動爭取信心，以結果收窄分歧，以成績凝聚互信，齊心協力建設一個更宜居、更開放、更和諧、一個充滿希望、機遇同埋活力嘅香港。多謝大家。Fellow citizens of Hong Kong, as the sixth-term Chief Executive-elect of the Hong Kong SAR, I have been accorded the honor of serving our country, serving Hong Kong, and serving our people for the next 5 years. This is an honor that I accept with humility and sincere gratitude. With loyalty and perseverance, I shall undertake this historic mission and shoulder this responsibility to unite and lead the 7.4 million Hong Kong people to start a new chapter together. Although the chief executive election was delayed due to COVID pandemic and the campaign period was shortened, I have nonetheless taken every opportunity over the past month to meet members of the election committee, representatives from different sectors, and other members of the public. During my visits and through emails and social media, I have received tens of thousands of messages and suggestions. These demonstrate the love our citizens have for Hong Kong and have deepened my understanding of various problems our society is facing and how people hope the government can do more. The election campaign has been an incredibly rewarding inspiring, and memorable experience. I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation to members of the Election Committee for their trust and support, my Council of Advisors and presidents of my campaign for their advice and encouragement, representatives from different sectors, and people who have shared their views and insights. Your every word of support, your every greeting, has energized me and brought the confidence to me for the future. To the media and frontline reporters, thank you for your tireless coverage. And to the colleagues and volunteers in my campaign office, thank you for all your dedicated and hard work. These memories will remain with me for the rest of my life. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the establishment of the Hong Kong SAR. We must continue to ensure the comprehensive, accurate, and firm implementation of the principles of one country, two systems, Hong Kong people administering Hong Kong, and the high degree of autonomy to maintain our long-term prosperity and stability. Having restored order from chaos, it is high time that Hong Kong starts a new chapter of development, a chapter that will be geared towards greater prosperity for all. We are at a time of great opportunities as well as challenges. Hence, it is imperative that we commit to a result-oriented work culture, uniting all sectors of the community and starting a new chapter for Hong Kong together. My government will safeguard the constitutional order enshrined by the country's constitution and the basic law. The chief executive shall be responsible to the Central People's Government and to the Hong Kong SAR. We will continue to uphold the rule of law, which is a core pillar of our sound governance, and tackle future challenges with absolute confidence. Safeguarding our country's sovereignty, national security, and development interests, protecting Hong Kong from internal and external threats, and ensuring its stability will continue to be of paramount importance. To prepare for the future, my government will adopt a result-oriented approach, nurture a new governance culture of bold thinking and strong teamwork, and unite all sectors with a view to delivering results that are in the best interests of all Hong Kong people. Ensuring the well-being of people will always be my key objective. Coming into the position with the readiness for change, I shall look to tackle the most pressing issues we have. The government shall apply our best efforts to provide more housing and better living environments by streamlining administrative and legal procedures and adopting innovative measures. We shall improve our healthcare system to provide better healthcare to our people, especially the elderly. We shall also build a caring and inclusive society and enhance upward mobility for our youths. Development is the key to resolving many issues in society. As such, we must heighten our sense of urgency and further enhance Hong Kong's overall competitiveness and pursue sustainable development. Hong Kong must maximize its strengths under one country, two systems, proactively integrate into the national development, seize opportunities offered by the GBA, and all the benefits available through our country's rapid developments. We must make good use of our status as an international metropolis, one that upholds the values of inclusion, diversity, and openness. We must expand our international connectivity, establish a more favorable business environment, and increase our overall competitiveness. We must further strengthen Hong Kong's role as the gateway and the bridge between the world and our country. To implement my policy goals, I will shortly be inviting able and experienced people who have the passion and commitment to join my governing team. Under the principle of patriots administering Hong Kong, my administration will work in concert with the Legislative Council to raise Hong Kong's governance capability, foster positive interaction between the administration and the legislature, and strengthen dialogue and communications between officials and legislators to jointly solve problems. My government will be determined to confront the well-entrenched issues that have faced Hong Kong for many years, take decisive steps, and adopt efficient and effective actions to resolve them. I look forward to all of us starting a new chapter together, building a Hong Kong that is caring, open, and vibrant, and a Hong Kong that is full of hope, opportunities, and harmony. Thank you very much.
多謝李生。現在係記者提問環節，請大家先舉手並講出你所代表嘅傳媒機構，之後發問。每間傳媒機構請最多問2個問題，問題請盡量精簡。現在是記者提問環節，請大家先舉手並講出你所代表的傳媒機構，然後發問。每家傳媒機構請最多問2個問題，問題請盡量精簡，謝謝合作。We will now proceed to the media Q&A section. Please raise your hand and indicate your media organization before asking questions. Please keep your question precise and ask no more than 2 questions. Thank you for your cooperation. 首先我哋有請呢邊第一行第4位男士。
李家超先生您好，我是中央广播电视总台的记者。首先祝贺您当选第6任行政长官人选。我想请问，当选后您首先要聚焦的是哪方面的工作？首先要解决的是香港哪方面的问题？今年是香港回归祖国25周年，香港将如何抓住机遇，发挥优势，积极融入国家发展，创造更加美好的未来？谢谢。
我上任首要的工作呢，当然是解决香港最关切的问题。我特别是重视我们的房屋土地供应的问题，所以我在政纲里面提到了我会成立2个小组，一个是去研究公营房屋项目方面的行动组，第2个就是关于土地房屋供应的一个统筹组，都是要一个司长的官员去努力工作的。而且我要求这个公营房屋项目的工作这个行动小组呢，在3个月上任3个月就提出他第1份的工作报告和建议。因为我认为香港人最关注的就是房屋问题。但是刚才你也问我现在最首要的工作是什么呢？我现在最首要的工作是要主办，因为现在呢，到7月1号只有不够2个月，时间是紧的，所以我会立即展开主办的工作。但是我在这方面是有信心的。第一，香港不缺人才，人才充沛，而且在爱国者治港的原则下呢，很多有心人对社会有服务心的 有熱情去貢獻香港的人很多。我經常都聽到不同的人士都有他們希望貢獻做工作的人，所以這方面呢，時間是短，但是我有信心找到很多有能力、有經驗的有心人去服務香港。另外呢，有關香港怎麼利用好自己的優勢長處，去在“十四五”規劃方面，怎麼可以既爭取發展機會呢，也可以貢獻國家。其實香港很多優勢的，我們傳統方面呢，已經是在金融、航運、貿易、法律專業服務方面呢很有優勢的，這些當然也可以繼續去在我們融入國家發展大局的時候呢，更鞏固、更貢獻。我們同時有很多新興的優勢，包括呢，我政綱裡面也提到了，香港會建成為一個國際創科中心，而且我們也會努力去把香港建成一個文化之都。所以在我們的優勢方面呢，也可以利用好我們香港作為一個航空樞紐這個優勢呢，去積極去融入國家發展大局，而且既會讓香港獲得最大的利益，也可以貢獻國家。這方面呢，我從政綱裡面已經提到，而且我每一次跟市民或者社會國界呢，都有很多好的建議，怎麼可以利用好這個大灣區，利用好我們香港的優勢，大家互補長點做最大的貢獻謝謝。
唔該晒。我哋有請呢一邊第一行第二位。
李生你好，有線電視嘅，想問下呢，就係話你上任8日，你目標有咩具體嘅項目會優先啟動呢？係23條政府研究緊嘅假新聞法係咪個名單上邊呢？另外就係非建制派狄志遠投票支持你啦，話希望釋出善意，佢嘅訴求呢係重啟政改，你點樣用行動回應狄志遠話向你釋出嘅善意呢？政改係咪你任內鐵定唔會做呢？最後就係民主派咧，希望下屆政府推動社會復和啦。你會唔會約見民主黨、民協等等嘅民主派去展開溝通，推動復和呢？你有啲乜嘢想同冇票嘅民主派同埋香港市民講呢？唔該。
首先有關於乜嘢係我會優先處理嘅項目呢？喺我剛才嘅發言裏邊，以及答另外一位記者朋友咧都提過嘅房屋問題呢，我覺得係優先處理嘅。所以我喺政綱裏邊呢，係有好多提及到喺土地房屋供應方面呢，我哋係要提速提效同埋提量，兼且呢係要精簡我哋嘅程序，多管齊下，喺不同個領域裏邊呢，都盡快去處理好呢方面嘅事情。而且我係成立2個由司長級嘅官員去帶領嘅。一個係公營房屋項目嘅行動組，係講行動嘅，即係有結果嘅；另一個係土地房屋嘅供應嘅統籌組，就係要利用好一個司長佢嘅指揮能力，去確保喺統籌方面，去將所有程序精簡，或者有啲重疊或者有空白嘅一啲責任空間呢，去統籌好，確保呢我哋事事呢可以做到係最有效果。呢個第一樣。第二樣呢，23條立法呢係憲制上面嘅責任，呢個係會做嘅。但係呢，我係覺得會同我哋嘅政策局部門啦，同埋法律方面嘅專家呢，去研究下實際內容應該係點，會適時呢去推進呢個工作嘅。第三呢，係政改嗰方面呢，我多次講咗我嘅立場㗎啦。政改呢唔係我嘅優先項目，因為剛才大家聽到嘅，我喺好多方面呢嘅工作呢，我覺得呢都應該係盡快做咗佢先嘅。另外呢，同各界嘅溝通呢，呢個當然我係會做嘅。不同嘅人士、不同嘅界別 用咩嘅方法，用咩嘅時候呢？呢啲咧都係按住實際情況會進行嘅。
好，有請第二行白色衫嗰位女士。
Hello, Mr. Lee. This is from the South China Morning Post. There are 8 voters casting ballots against you. What does this?
Can you speak up, please?
Sure.
Or hold it closer to your.
My first question. There were 8 voters casting ballots against you. What does this mean to you? Second question. Some political scholars said your governance is expected to be challenged by the lack of electoral mandate and legitimacy in the eyes of the general public. Do you agree? And you just said that you plan to gain the trust with actions. How about reconciliation with those who were not satisfied with the government and those arrested in the social arrest? And yesterday you...
sorry, please keep it to 2 questions.
Okay.
Well, I still miss your second question, so you will have to ask that again. But regarding to those election committee members who do not vote for me, of course, I thank them for coming here to vote. First of all, I think that is important because the chief executive election is an important thing. So their presence here signifies the importance of the election, so I thank for their presence. I try all my best to do what I can to convince members of the public, particularly members of the election committee, of what I intend to do for Hong Kong in the next 5 years. I have been running around to meet people explaining my governing philosophy, my intended plan of how I solve problems in Hong Kong. And of course, I will try my best to further convince whoever who disagree with me, because it is my duty to let people understand what I can do to them. But I do understand there will be a time that is needed for me to convince the people. But I can do that by action, so that when they see results, they somehow will know that, well, at least he is trying his best. And I hope that by accumulating successes after another success, then I can get them be convinced that what I'm trying to do is for the best of Hong Kong. I'll keep doing that.
The second question is surrounding your legitimacy. Some political scholars said that your performance is going to be challenged by the lack of the electoral mandate and legitimacy in the eyes of some people. Do you agree? And then you just said that you plan to gain the trust with actions. How about reconciliation with those who were not satisfied with the government? Thank you.
Well, I think the echo here really makes it not easy to hear exactly, but my election has been run in accordance with the laws of Hong Kong, and you can see the election was conducted in a very transparent and fair manner. Anybody who, according to the law, is qualified can take part and run for the election. I have got a total of 1,460 votes. And with that number of support, of course, it encourages me and gives me this strong confidence that my direction is agreed and shared by a lot of election committee members, and in my meeting, members of the public. I also feel that a lot of them share my thinking and agree with the direction. There is, of course, a high demand on what I will deliver. I know that. That is why I never underestimate the challenge that I shall be facing. And that is exactly why I think I must energize and synergize the government so that while we have the same number of people working together, we want to achieve more. We want to make 1 + 1 greater than 2. And not just that, I want the government and the community to work together so that this 1 plus the big one will be greater, definitely, by the greater 2. That is what I intend to do. I will try my best to prove that by the action of the government in the coming 5 years.
Thank you very much. 第一行第2位女士。
你好啊 ，TVB 嘅，首先係恭喜李生就當選新一屆嘅特首啦。咁啊，想問翻呢，就係你自己點解讀咁即係回歸以嚟你係最高票嘅得票率嘅特首啦？你自己點解讀呢個數字啦？係選委同意咗你嘅施政方向，市民又係咪同意咗你嘅施政方向呢？落去就係你頭先發言都提到啦，就係要雙負責制，向國家向特區要負責啦。以往都俾人詬病過，特區政府呢可能喺呢個工作上邊拿捏得唔係幾好啊。未來5年施政裏邊呢，權衡利益嘅時候，市民利益會擺喺你心裏邊考慮嘅第幾位？可唔可以承諾唔危害國家嘅前提之下，維護香港最大嘅權益呢？最後就係想
或者兩個問題。
我想話李太可唔可以都講兩句感受？就即係先生就當選啦，唔該。
唔該晒，唔該晒。
首先我非常多謝呢位朋友，因為其實我見佢好多嘅，咁我競選嘅工程全部你都係有採訪，所以你係其中好可能係我一日跑10場嘅一個好好嘅同事啦嚇。咁我首先多謝你對我嘅選舉工程呢係好關心。當然呢，我去要解釋我嘅施政理念同埋政綱，以及我將來做嘅工作呢，俾不同嘅選委，希望爭取佢哋投票俾我。但係我同意更重要，亦都係得到市民嘅認同。所以喺多次我同傳媒去大家交談嘅時候，我都講到好清楚。票數當然對我嚟講係非常之重要嘅一個鼓勵同埋支持，但係更重要嘅呢，就係希望獲得市民大眾嘅支持嘅。呢個我明白係要好大嘅努力，不過我相信係市民係眼睛雪亮嘅，一個誠意嘅政府，一個將會係能做事做成事嘅政府，我相信最終會獲得市民嘅支持嘅。另外，根據基本法，行政長官向中央人民政府負責，向香港特區負責，呢個係憲制上邊嘅要求同埋責任。兩方面，我覺得係共通嘅，因為喺一國兩制、港人治港、高度自治嘅原則之下，中央人民政府希望香港發生嘅，同香港社會大眾希望發生嘅，一定係一致嘅，因為大家嘅利益都係希望香港長期繁榮穩定，大家安居樂業。我會喺呢方面做最大努力嘅工作，亦都確保最大嘅利益會係受惠於所有香港市民。另外呢，係我代我太太講幾句啦，因為第一我好強調呢選舉工作呢係我個人嘅問題，所以我係唔需要我嘅家人去參與，但係我好感謝佢哋嘅支持。特別今日係一個歷史嘅時刻，特別今日係母親節，所以我呢係好誠意咁邀請我太太嚟到分享我呢個歷史時刻，亦都利用呢個機會呢感謝我太太作為一個母親照顧我嘅家庭多年所作出嘅貢獻，亦都利用呢個機會呢去祝所有嘅母親都母親節快樂，都母親節快樂。
呢度第2行灰色外套嗰位女士。
首先恭喜李生啊！我係鳳凰衛視記者，想問咧，第一就係你啱啱都話會首先係組建自己班子啦。想問喺組建班子嘅方面咧，你會以點樣嘅標準嚟挑選人才？第二想問咧，喺呢段時間喺7·1之前，除咗組建班子之外，你仲有啲咩計劃或者打算？會唔會見啲咩團體？見啲咩人？係唔該晒。
組建班子係急不容緩㗎啦，因為都唔夠2個月。但係其實喺我宣布參選以及接觸社會大眾亦都收到好多提供俾我嘅意見等等方面呢，我亦都已經感受到好多有能之士呢係好有心參與特區嘅工作，去貢獻社會。所以喺呢方面呢，我係絕對唔擔心有好嘅人才嘅。當然喺選擇人才去加入政府嘅團隊呢，係會以佢嘅知識、經驗同埋能力嚟到考慮嘅。亦都當然要去考慮佢是否有呢一個熱誠。因為喺政府工作呢，會係面對好多挑戰嘅，大家都知道。但係呢，我嘅感覺係非常之多嘅人士都願意去投入政府去做呢份工作。第二呢，就算喺我未上任之前呢，我都會繼續呢去接觸社會各界或者市民，做一啲探訪。因為我係會展開整體施政方面呢要求我做嘅工作嘅。無論有關嘅工作喺我政綱裏邊嘅重點已經係提及，又或者未有喺政綱提及，只係因為篇幅嘅關係，我都會好努力同大家去交流溝通、聽意見。咁呢個呢，都會係喺上任之前，我會繼續做嘅工作嘅。
好，唔該。第3位粉紅色口罩嗰位女士。
Thank you. From Bloomberg, what concrete steps will you take to ensure the international business community's trust? And can you elaborate on your plan to allow low-risk businesses internationally to enter the city? And also, can you elaborate on your COVID-0 plan?
I will have to request you to repeat. The echo mixes up a lot of things.
What concrete steps will you take to show the international community that Hong Kong is open for business, and also elaborate on your plan to allow low-risk businesses to enter the city while expanding on your policies for COVID?
Okay. In and out of Hong Kong internationally is important to Hong Kong, obviously, because Hong Kong, as I have emphasized, has to strengthen our position as an international city, as an international metropolis. And Hong Kong has always been like this, to be opened, to be a very welcoming society, inclusive and lively city, which always welcome people come in and go out of Hong Kong. Yes, we have challenges now because of the need to control COVID-19, and some of the measures are indeed creating inconvenience, but this is being done with the best balance, with the need to address the risk of the spread of the pandemic. But I have already seen that a lot of activities have been coming on, and society has already given me the impression of vibrance and also happiness, with everybody now being a lot easier to go about their day-to-day life. I make it a very clear point that I'm very conscious of the need to make Hong Kong accessible to the world, and also it is an important thing for Hong Kong to be able to resume normal travel with the mainland. I've heard that many times from the man in the street or from the international community. That is Hong Kong's attraction, that it is open for everybody to come. They go about their businesses in the way they want, and they enjoy their lives and development and the opportunities in Hong Kong. And equally, they look forward to be able to travel to the mainland easily. Well, these are challenges, but I think we can work together to make this a possible thing to happen if, first of all, we all together make a great effort to control COVID together, to follow the advice and the measures of the government, and then we try to boost up our vaccination rate even further, including the second and the third jabs. I shall, of course, be talking to the counterparts in the mainland to find out what are the conditions that will be required for normal travel to be resumed with the mainland. A lot of challenges, I know that, and I'm frank about the difficulties that I will have to overcome. But one point I've mentioned earlier is the mainland authorities have always the interests of Hong Kong close to their heart. And with that same purpose, and with our will together, I'm sure we can find a way. Thank you very much. And thank you
very
for your
much.
support.
或者我哋最後兩條啊，紅色衫嗰位女士。
Okay.
新华社提问：您好，李先生。今天是顺利完成了香港特区第6任行政长官的选举。这作为完善选举制度之后的第3场选举，意味着爱国者治港原则落地生根。您认为这对“一国两制”香港实践行稳致远具有怎样的意义和作用？谢谢。
这个第三场，在我们完善选举制度下的行政长官选举刚刚结束，这个是落实爱国者治港这个理念的程序的第一部分做完了，但是要把爱国者治港的应该达到的效应、利益、好处怎么体现出来？这个是我要跟立法会共同找出一个大家同意的一些方法，去把良政善治这个重要的元素，把它的力量发挥出来。过去我们知道香港很多内耗，也有一些危害国家安全的事件出现。现在呢，既然立法会是一个理性而且是一个有效率的立法会，我希望第6届政府所有官员都会重视，而且找出好的办法，跟立法会的议员多沟通、多交流。这个呢，我会跟立法会的主席，而且不同的立法会议员会交流的。这个是第一点。第二点，第6届政府这5年是一个关键的时刻，因为呢，我们从乱到治，更重要的是治及兴。我们要把香港治理好。香港回归到现在都有很多优势，以前就因为内耗、泛政治化，而且有一些对抗国家的一些思潮，特别加入了外部势力的干扰，把香港都搞乱了。现在香港不乱，大局稳定。那么为什么我提出要共同努力呢？我觉得做好事情不单是行政长官，也不单是政府，是我们740多万的老百姓 共同把我们的家都建好。我提出不同的发展方向，而且建立一个关爱、共融、多元发展的社会呢，其实都是每一个香港人都希望见到的。一个人的能力有限，但是700万多的市民加起来能力就很大了。所以我希望给香港的不是一个李家超，我希望给香港的是一个真的干倒事的政府。我希望给香港的是经过政府的努力，我们可以共建一个大家共荣、团结、有希望，而且热心解决问题，把香港建到一个大家感到更温暖、更活力的香港。謝謝大家。
好，我哋最後一條粉紅色衫嗰位女士。
好啦。
OK 啦。
OK。
OK。咦？
好啦。
李生。
最後一條問題。
李生呢度。李生 ，hello， 我係香港商報記者。呢邊。係啦，咁都恭喜你高票當選啦。咁其實頭先都見到你知道結果嘅時候都好激動啦。咁啊，尤其太太上台嘅時候，大家都覺得擁抱太太嗰一剎那係好 touching 嘅。咁你都同太太好似講咗好多嘢，可唔可以一陣都同我哋分享下講咗啲乜嘢，同埋今日會點樣去慶祝呢個母親節啦？咁其實就想問下，喺香港好多人都話做特首呢係一個吃力不討好嘅事情嚟㗎，尤其連屋企人呢都可能要面對好大嘅壓力啦。咁之前兩任嘅特首佢哋都有話，因為家人嘅原因啦，就不再尋求連任啦。咁你自己會唔會擔心話，即係喺未來嘅日子入邊都會屋企人都會受到一啲嘅壓力啦？咁阿太太即係其實都點樣去李太都點樣去睇阿李生去做特首啦？呢段時間會俾咗啲乜嘢支持？未來會點樣去支持阿李生去出任呢個特首呢？唔該晒。
我第一非常多謝我太太今日出席我呢個歷史時刻嘅一天重要嘅一個活動。我係非常感謝我太太喺多年嚟因為我好多時只顧工作時間的確係比佢哋少咗好多，咁但係呢，佢真係好盡心盡力幫我照顧屋企，我係非常感謝佢嘅。今日亦都借住母親節咧，去感謝所有嘅母親點解我強調選舉係我個人嘅事？我希望縱然家人好支持我，我都冇要求佢哋參與我嘅選舉啦。因為你講到啱，香港的確係穩定下來，但係亦都潛伏住一啲繼續係破壞香港嘅力量㗎，所以我有非常艱巨嘅工作要做。我希望佢哋唔需要因為我嘅工作而有所影響或者顧慮。我相信呢個係每一個家庭嘅爸爸或者丈夫都會做嘅同一件事。我就係等同香港所有嘅丈夫同埋爸爸做緊嘅事啫。都係愛自己嘅家人，都係愛自己嘅太太嘅。我知道喺我面前所要面對嘅困難係會好多嘅，但係第一，我嘅一切都係香港俾我嘅。我從一個無名小卒到而家可以喺一個咁重要嘅崗位，盡量去為香港市民服務。呢個機會係難得嘅，縱然係困難，我可以服務香港，更可以服務國家，喺一個更高嘅層面。我相信呢個亦都係我哋一貫對於國家希望嘅承擔嚟嘅。所以我好多謝大家喺多方面包容我但係我有信心嘅，因為我相信我個團隊會有各方面嘅豐富經驗，同埋最重要，我會相信我嘅團隊同我理念一樣，係會係一個能做事、 做到事嘅政府。再次多謝大家嚇，感謝你哋，感謝。
多謝大家。
OK。